First, a brief information about the family history of Don Mariano, kung saan ako nanggaling. Anyway, Don Mariano Ledesma Lacson was the youngest among the 8 children of Lucio Lacson and Clara Ledesma, who hailed from Molo, Iloilo. One of his older brothers, General Aniceto Lacson, became the first revolutionary president here in Negros. That's why there in Bacolod may tinatawag kaming Lacson Street dyan. That's because of him. Anyway, Don Mariano Ledesma Lacson married to Maria Braga, a Portuguese came from Macau. And they were blessed with 10 children. Kasi hindi naman sila mahilig mag-anak, 10 lang, including the former governor of Negros, Rafael Lacson. But after giving birth to her 10th child and upon nearing for full term 11th pregnancy, Maria Braga died because of an accident. As far as I know, nadula sa bathroom nila. Yun lang, tapos patay na. 4 days bago nakarating yung doktor na sinundo. Kung ganun katagal yung doktor, pagdating niya, obviously, patay na si Maria Braga kasama yung anak na dinadala niya. But Don Mariano married again to Concepcion Diaz, a Filipina from Talisay. Hindi pala kontento sa 10, dinugtungan pa ng 3. So all in all, Mariano had 13 children. Out of 13, ang youngest niyang anak sa second wife, recently lang namatay. Hindi ako yon. Ano, Cecilia Lacson Misa, she passed away last September 7 of 2011 at the age of 93 years old. So it means wala na siyang anak na buhay. Ang laki ng pagkakataon kong makuha yung properties. Anyway, si Don Mariano yung isa sa mga nagmamay-ari ng pinakamalawak na sugarcane plantation dito. Specifically, it's 440 hectares. But then, dinivide niya yun sa 10 niyang anak, hindi kasama yung 3. Yung pina-prioritize lang noon is the first family. So yung 10 ay naghati-hati, to be fair, drinulats or nagbunutan lang sila. Kung alam ko lang. Well, this mansion went to Mercedes Lacson, but she married to Manuel Havillana from Haro, Iloilo. And guess what? Nakaanak din sila ng 12. Kasi wala namang TV noon. Wala bang diba? Yung 12 na yun, hinati rin nila yung 44 hectares ni Mercedes. At the same way, we lottery again. So sabi ko, habang palayo yung generation, paliit na ng paliit yung properties. Now, yung natira na lang is only 3.6 hectares. Kasama to yung mansion Wento Ramon Havillana. Ipatay na rin siya. Isa sa mga anak niya, ang naka-idea na i-develop yung place. And that is Mr. Raymond Havillana. So it means, this is already owned by the Havillana family, managed by Mr. Raymond Havillana. Kaso wala siya dito ngayon, ako muna yung may-ari nito. May pagbalik na di siya na naman salita. Anyway, pinadevelop lang to yung place. Last May of 2007, then by January 2008, inopen na sa public as tourist attraction. Bago lang, 4 years pa lamang kaming open sa public, but this mansion was built in 1920. So kung bibilangin natin, this is already a 92 years old mansion. But after 20 years na tirahan noon, in 1942, plinano ng mga Hapon na gamitin nilang headquarters or garrison yung bahay na to. Pero naunahan sila ng mga Amerikano. When the USAP arrived here, or United States Armed Forces in the Far East, then they recruited locals and called themselves as guerrillas. Their instructions that and that, okay, sunugin lahat ng bahay na pwedeng magamit ng mga Hapon. So ang mansyon ni Don Mariano, isa sa mga sinunog nila. It means sinunog nila to intentionally with the consent of the family for the sake na hindi magamit ng mga Hapon. Pero you know what? It's a very good idea na sinunog nila. At least may trabaho ako ngayon. And I can't imagine. Kung inalaw nila tiran ko ng Hapon, may possibility mabubomba lang to ng mga Amerikano. Kung binomba nila, wala na natira to. At least kahit sinunog nila, may structure pa until now na naabutan natin mga new generations. Okay, try to look at this picture first. Obviously, hindi ako to. This is Eduardo Nene Lacson. kapatid ni Sir Artie Lacson. Eduardo Nenny Lacson, but sa Monaco na siya naka-based. O di ba mayaman? Umuwi na siya dito once a year para mag-celebrate birthday. Last February 14 of 2009, dito siya nag-celebrate together with the famous and the richest people like Bongbong Marcos, Dico Bangkon, Zubel. In fact, andyan din ako. Wala ko sa litrato. Pero kung nakilala mo ang place because of this Monegasque parties, much more na curious yung tao kung bakit daw binisita kami nito. Jimmy, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, pumunta rin or nagka-interest din because yung husband niya is also relatives of this family. Mike Arroyo is a great-grandson of General Aniceto Lacson. And as what I said, General is the brother of Don Mariano. These the original pictures of the family Lacson. Try to look at him, kaya pala nakalabing tatlong anak ang gwapo. Lookalike of Dr. Jose Rizal. Pero nung tumanda na, lookalike of Berting Labra. Ito na siya, inisipang Berting Labra. Dumisang 84, namatay na siya year 1948. Ito yung 6 na anak niyang babae na kung titigan nyo, wala naman kayo digiling magsuot ng ribbon. Kaya isang mukhang regalo na. Pero dati pala, typical sa mamayayaman, kailangan malalaki yung ribbon. Pero ngayon akala mo kung sino makalabas na kita lalaki ng ribbon, katulong pala. Wala ito yung 4 anak ng lalaki. This the former governor of Negros, Rafael Lacson, Felipe, the one who supervised the construction of this mansion, Ramon Lacson, Eduardo Lacson, and this is Mercedes Lacson, who married to Javiliana. Kita nyo, swerte, malaki ribbon, siya nakabunot ng mansyon. But you know what? Out of 6 daughters of Don Mariano, 3 only are married. The 3 are old maid. Married to Kong Javiliana in Gonzaga. That's why kung tatanungin niyo ako, sa laki ng pamilya nila, ilang kwarto meron sa mansyon na to. This is a 903 square meter floor area of the mansion, 450 up and 450 down, composed of 10 rooms inside. 10 kwarto including the master's bedroom and the family room. So it means may 8 kwarto sa mga anak niya. Ang tanong, bakit 8 lang, 13 yung anak niya? Mamaya na malalaman. Let's move our first. Okay.
You have to call all the television channels and put him on top to make this place more famous.
Okay. Ito yung mga rooms nila noon, ma'am, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's rooms for the girls upstairs and 4 for the boys downstairs. The family room in the master's bedroom left and right upstairs. This is the dining area and that's their living room. But out of 10 rooms, they have only 2 comfort rooms. O bakit sa laki naman yung dalawa yung comfort rooms? Eh malawak na yung tubuhan noon. So doon na muna. And during that time, instead of comfort rooms, private rooms, they used orinola. Di ba? Even sa mga old houses. And common in Spanish homes that between their dining room and the kitchen, they have their own small arch window. And they put that window to facilitate the movement of the foods and to minimize the foot traffic in and out of the kitchen. And besides, isa sa mga table manners sila noon, hindi sila kumakain kung may servant sa harap nila. Oh. Especially kung pangit ka. So it means, buti kayo tumawa, yung isa kanina sumimangot. Hindi ko po intensyon na tamaan siya. Pusa siyang nagpahalata. So it means inside of that small arch window is kusina nila noon. Pero I'm proud to say, kwarto ko na ngayon. Siguro hindi magdiba yung pag-construct ng bahay na to. Bumagsak na to for 3 days na umaapoy ang bahay. 3 days of burning. On the first day that they attempt to burn this house, they used 3 drums of gasoline but nothing happened. They come back again with 2 drums of gasoline but mix siya in 4 drums of used oil. Pag may used oil, tatagal yung apoy nun. After 3 days, all the wooden parts of the mansion was burned. Maybe one of the reason kung bakit umabot ng 3 araw, it's because of the hardwoods. Imagine, 2 inches thick wooden floors, 1 meter wide and 20.5 meters long with no joint or mula doon, papunta ron, walang dugtong na kahoy yun. It means isang buong punong kahoy is isang sahig nila noon. And that's made of Nara, Tindalo, Inca, Magong Tres. Pero kung nasunog man lahat ng mga wooden floors nila, all the tiles are still original from Spain. And they call these Machuca tiles, the hardest, the famous, and the most expensive tiles during that time. Baka nagtataka kayo kung bakit malalim dito tapos may hagdan doon. Mostly ang tinatanong dito sa akin kung may underground doon sila. Wala silang underground. Yung hagdan doon, pinalagay ko na lang yon. No, wooden floors to dito, kalibil sa sahig na to, and common pala sa mga old houses na kapag wooden floors yung bahay mo, may ventilation sa ilalim. Kasi yan yung way nila kung paano mag-preserves ng mga wooden floors. Try to imagine, kung nakalapat yun sa lupa, madaling magmo-moist, madaling anayin. Kailangan angat or halo lang sa ilalim. And besides, wala silang aircon, walang electric pa noon. Between sa woods, may butas, doon dumadaan yung hangin. Take note, kahit gaano kalaki or kaliit yung bahay mo, kung may ventilation sa ilalim, malamig pa rin sa loob. That is the main entrance of the mansion, and that is the side entrance. Facing their side entrance is the original staircase going up and obviously going down. Isa naman yan dyan. And dyan nyo rin makikita yung Belvedere na tinatawag nila. Itanong nyo lang sa akin kung ano yung Belvedere. Huwag na pa-spell sa akin yun. Belvedere, a small room upstairs where every 5:30 in the afternoon, they gather there together just to watch the sunset. And dyan tatayo si Don Mariano at sasabihin, lahat ng matatanaw ko ay akin. Naniniwala kayo doon? Ako naniniwala ako doon. Pero unfair lang isipin yon. Kasi kung yun lang yung basihan ng pagkuha ng properties noon, lahat na makikita mo sa'yo, di swerte ng mga duling.
Sarah Gun. You played it all? You played it all? Excellent. Excellent. I would love to have a copy of it.
Of course.
And then nakakatuwa lang po isipin na according to Philippine history, yung pagkuha ng properties noon, ganun lang. Lahat daw na makikita nila sa kanila na. Lahat ng ituturo nila sa kanila na. Yung iba, patatakbuhin lang yung kabayo, kung saan titigil yung kabayo, sa kanila na. Now I realize kung bakit wala kaming lupa ngayon. May kabayo kami noon, pinatakbo ng lolo ko kaso bumalik. Nakatali na siya. Anyway, isa sa mga nagpapatibay ng structure ng bahay na to. Okay, everyone, I want you to try to run your hands to the post and walls of the mansion and you will feel like a marble or napakakinis niya. Diba? Okay, tama na yan. Sabi lang, bakit daw ganyan kakinis? Eh, ikaw ba naman na araw-araw kung pahawakan yan, talagang kikinis yan. Eh, bakit daw ganyan kakinis? Ang sekreto kasi nito before, maniwala kayo sa hindi, ang finishing ng buong mansion, instead of tubig na ihalo sa semento, they used egg whites or puti ng itlog.
Dami naman nun.
Naniniwala kayo doon? Ako nung umpisa ako, hindi ako naniniwala. Kaso ang pangit na kung ako yung magkukwento, tapos ako hindi ako naniniwala. So yung ginawa ko, naniwala na lang ako. So ang ginawa ko, I made my own research kung bakit egg whites yung ginamit nila. Hindi lang pala sa structure na to yung may egg whites. Even sa mga old cathedrals, old churches, they used also egg whites because they made that as their binder. Hindi pala masyadong matibay yung semento noon, but because of the egg whites, tinatay-tilya lalo yung semento. Pero tama kayo, imagine niyo lang kung ilang itlog yung naubos bago nabuo yung mansyon. Ika nga ng guest dito sa akin, saan sila kumuha ng itlog? Saan sigurado ako hindi sa akin. Gusto ko lang malaman. May farm sila noon. And maybe yun yung reason kung bakit wala na silang farm ngayon. No? Anyway, because see on the very large sugarcane plantation dito sa Negros, try to look at the structure outside na may puno sa taas. Nakita nyo yon? Ako rin, nakita ko rin. Alam nyo ba kung ano yan? Yes, that is the chimney of their Muscovado sugar mill. Or they made their own Muscovado sugar during that time. Manually, kalabaw yung umiikot dyan just to extract the juice from the sugar cane. Ilalagay sa large vats, doon niluluto yung asukal. Ang tawag nila dyan in Spanish words, makina de vapor de horno economico. Mahirap ba? Asukarera na lang para sa madali. Kung bakit tumubo yung puno dun sa taas, they call that bird dropping or maybe dala ng ibon. Kasi napaka-awkward naman kung magpakit ako ng gardener doon para magtanim nun. Part also of this mansion is that original fountain since 1920. Yes, you're right. That's an original fountain except the water. Hindi na original yung tubig. And mostly, ito yung tinatanong dito sa akin. Abercrombie dati ng mga Hapon na gamitin nilang headquarters or garrison yung bahay na to, paano daw nila natunton yung lugar. Kasi in fact, nakatago naman to in the middle of their sugarcane plantation. Well, according to their history, huli nang nalaman ng mga Lacson that their gardener were informer of the Japanese. Siya ay nagturo ng place na to, siya ay nagkwento about the family background, but dito, they did not succeed kasi naunahan nga sila ng mga Amerikano. Balikan natin yung katanungan natin kanina kung bakit 13 yung anak niya, 8 kwarto lang dyan. First, hindi nakatira yung 3 dito sa second family niya. So, 10 lang. May rule siyang binigay sa 10 niyang anak na hindi kayo maaaring tumira dito kung may asawa na kayo. Eh, yung 2 meron na, kaya 8 kwarto na lang yung pinagawa niya. Kaya pala hindi nakatira yung 3 dito sa second family niya kasi nung nag-asawa ulit siya, sinunod niya rin yung role na binigay niya. Hindi niya pinatira dito, umalis din siya. Because this mansion was built in honor of his wife, Maria Braga. Para kay Maria Braga yung bahay na to, but sad to say, hindi rin siya nakatira dito. Kasi patay na siya nung pinatayo yung mansion. It means this was built in memory of her. Kaya nga tinawag yung place na to as the Taj Mahal of Negros. It's because of that story. If you are familiar with the story of Taj Mahal in India, similar sila. Ang pagkakaiba lang, doon sa Taj Mahal in India, doon nilibing yung asawa niya. Dito, hindi niya nilibing yung asawa niya dito, but he molded their initials in every post of the house. Gusto niyo makita yon? Di hanapin nyo. What letter E? Kasi kung hindi nyo alam to. Yeah, it looks like letter E, but this is not letter E. In fact, these are 2 M's facing each other, stands for Mariano and Maria. Well, may nagtanong niya sa akin, aber kung letter M yan, bakit pinatagilid? Hindi lang pinatayo. O try patayo, mukha siya McDonald's. Part of their Italianate architecture. And besides, makikita daw natin ang value ng isang bagay kung paghirapan nating titigan. So, kailangan yung tumagilid para malaman. Facing each other stands for Mariano and Maria. Okay, last part of my tour. Before po to inopen sa public as tourist attraction, gusto ko lang malaman nyo, abandoned lang to for 67 years. Imagine, ginagawang comfort rooms ng mga squatters. Tirahan lang to ng mga taong nagtatrabaho sa tubuhan. Talian ng mga kalabaw nila, kambing, baka. But because of determination of Mr. Raymond Avellana, nasabi niya, sa Europe nga, pinipreserves yung ruins. Bakit dito hindi? Sabi niya, okay, I will enter to my very ambitious dream in life. I will transform it into a tourist attraction and to give justice to the place as well. Kasi parang binaboy na nga ng tao. Pero you know what? Nakaka-proud lang sabihin sa inyong lahat that even though 4 years pa lamang kaming open sa public as tourist attraction, we are already at rank 12 for the most fascinating ruins, not only here in the Philippines, but around the world. And imagine kung ilang ruins meron sa buong mundo, but being at rank 12, nakaka-proud sa Negrense na may isang nasama. Recently, we are already awarded or declared by the PICE or Philippines Institute of Civil Engineers as the best landmark in the Philippines. Pero you know what? Nakuha namin yung mga awards na yan. Naabot lang naman namin yan, not only because of us, but because of you also. Take note, hindi to magiging best landmark kung magsasalita ko dito, walang tao. So that's because of it. We're thankful for them. But before I end this tour, I would like again to introduce myself. My full name is Roger Lacson. But I'm not related in this family because my Lacson is L-A-K-S-O-O-N. My version of it. Maybe, kung ang may-ari nito apo sa tuhod, ako yung apo sa ingrown. Alam ko na yung ingrown tinatanggal. Pero gusto ko lang malaman nyo, ang ingrown bumabalik. Tanggalin mo nila ako, babalik at babalik ako. Now, part of our development is already a souvenir shop and a coffee shop there. Sana makapasok kayo sa souvenir shop namin kasi I'm planned also to burn that one. So, thank you so much for coming. And that's the history of this place. Thank you. Thank you.
Ang galing mo! Ang galing mo!